Hey guys, I hope you're fine. In this video, I'm gonna show you sudo. In Linux, you might see that we use sudo in many places, and we use sudo sometimes. So let's understand what exactly sudo is and when do we use it and how do we configure user to perform the root privilege. So sudo is a command used in Unix-like operating system to execute commands with root privilege. It means that, for example, if your user is in sudo files, so then you will be able to do whatever you want, like a super user or root. Okay, so it stands for super user do. For example, when you are working in organizations, you have many team members in specific departments, and some users they have to perform, and they have high privilege to perform some configurations. So in this case, we have to put his or her user in this sudo file so that she can perform whatever she wants as a Linux administrator. So the sudo files are configured in these two paths. The first one is called Sudoers. In this sudo file, all the sudo configuration is stored in these files. This is in this path, etc sudoers. And the second one is etc sudoers -d. This is a directory where you put each user's sudo files in this directory. So first of all, let's understand how to configure sudo for each users in systems. Right now, let me show you the sudo files. As I told you, this is in this path, etc sudoers. So I'm going to this path, etc right now. If I want to, you can see we have two files here. The first one is sudoers. This is a file, and the second one is a directory. So in these files, all the sudoers configuration are stored in this file. So let's check this file. Okay. Now here we have, for example, all the configurations related to users. For example, right now, only root user. Allow root to run any commands anywhere. Right now, we have only one user, which is root, to perform any commands and anywhere. And also we have groups, allow people in group well to run all commands. Okay, those members who are located who are in these well groups can perform anything. Like for example, right now we have only root in this group. Okay, we also have sudoer directory. So let me navigate inside this directory and see. Right now I only have the user vagrant file. Okay, let me display the content. You can see I only have right now vagrant user to perform to use sudo to perform root commands as a root commands. Okay. Okay, right now I am in root users, and let me see how many other users do I have. I have John, I have Henry, I have Data, Hadoop, I have Vagrant. Right now I only have Vagrant user which performs sudo command. Okay, right now let's go to the Vagrant. Okay, right now I am a Vagrant user. if I use sudo, for example, I want to remove this user. I want to remove data user. So what can I do? I said if the vagrant user use sudo commands, these users can perform anything. For example, to add user, delete user, modify some configurations. Right now, if I use, for example, user del data, it says permission denied because this user is not root user. That's why the system does not allow it to perform anything. If I use sudo user del data, now it should be able to delete these users. Let's see. You can see I deleted these users. Let's right now see the user. You can see the user data has been removed. Okay, the user data has been removed. Right now only the vagrant user is able to perform the sudo command. Okay, let me navigate to another user to check if he or she can't use the sudo or not. For example, I want to go to the user John. 1, 2, 3. Okay, right now I am in user John. See, I am John user. If I want to use sudo command, sudo, for example, user add data, it says we trust that you have received. Okay, let me. Okay, you can see it is saying that the John is not in the sudoer file. This incident will be reported. It means that the user Johns cannot perform any commands using sudo commands. That's because he is not in the sudoer file. Okay, now we understood how sudo is working and how and when do we use sudo. Right now let's understand how to put a user in the sudoer files so that he or she can perform any commands. Okay, I go to the root user. Okay, root. Okay, right now I am in root user. This is really straightforward to put a user in a sudo file. So what can I do? I use vi and I use the sudo files. Okay, you can see right now only the root and the vagrants are in the sudo files. Okay, I want to put user John in this file as well so the John can do anything. The John can use sudo. Oops, I have to put the John. Okay, right now I put John in the sudo files and I have to copy this. I will need that. Right now the user John should be able to perform the sudo. Right, and okay. After you put users in the Sudoers files, you have to create a file in the sudoer directory. cd/etc sudoer directory. Okay. Right now, as I showed you that only vagrant command user can't use sudo. So right now I want to create sudoer file for the user John so that he can use sudoer files, sudoer command. Oops. Vagrant. Okay, I have to copy this. Copy. Now I want to create a file for the John. vi John. I paste. Oops. What happened to you? Paste. Let me copy this. Copy. vi John. Okay. And now I want to create a file for the user John's so that he can perform sudoer commands. Perfect. In these two steps, first of all, you put each user in these files. For example, I put John in these files. Then I create file for the user John's in the sudoer directory. Here you can see I created sudoer file for the user John in the directory. Right now, if I switch to the user John, the John should be able to use the sudo command. Okay, let's switch to the user John. Clear. Right now, and I am in user John's. Previously, we saw that the user John did not perform the sudo command. Right now, let me see if the user John can use sudo command to perform anything. For example, user add data. Okay, let me add, for example, Sarah. You can see I have added Sarah. Now let's see if the Sarah user has been added or not. cat/etc passwd. Yes, you can see the Sarah user has been created, and the John is able to perform any things using sudo commands. For example, if I want to remove a user like data, sudo user del data, you can see that the data user has been removed. See, data user has been removed. And also we have we can put a group in sudoer files, so each member of that group can perform sudo command as well. That's really straightforward. So how can we do that? First of all, let's see which group do we have. We have 2is group, and inside 2is we have inside 2is we have data, we have handy. Okay, we removed the user data, and let me add another user. Okay, I want to put Sarah as well in 2is. Sarah. I am not able to. Okay, cat etc group. Sarah has not been added. Okay, let me do like this. User mode Okay, sudo vi slash etc slash group. Now I should be able to do this. Sarah. Okay. Cat. Okay, right now I put Sarah in the twice. So right now what I'm trying to do is to put 2is group in the sudo file, so each member of the 2is should be able to perform the sudo command as well. So how can I do that? I use sudo slash vi slash etc slash sudoers. Okay, what I'm trying to do is to put 2is group. Copy. This is really simple. And instead of well, you can use 2is. Okay. Now you copy this, and we will need that. Okay. Right now, if I want to read the content, tc slash sudoers. Yes, I put 2is in the group as well. Right now, what I'm trying to do is to create the 2is files in the sudoer directory. cd slash etc slash sudoers directory. I have to use sudo. Right now, sudo vi 2is. What happened? I forgot to copy that. Okay, ls sudo slash etc sudoers. Okay, let me switch to the root user. cd slash etc slash sudoers. Right now I only have John and Vagrant. Cat Vagrant, cat John, copy this, vi 2is, paste, and instead of John you put 2is, name of the group. Good. Okay, we save the change. Okay, perfect. Right now what I'm trying to do is to check the pass group. You can see in 2is we have Henry, we have Tata, we have Sarah. Right now, member of this group should be able to perform the sudoer code, the sudoer command. So what I'm trying to do is to switch to the Henry to check if the Henry is able to perform the sudoer as well or not. Okay, sudo user at, for example, AI already exists. For example, data science. Okay, right now the user data science should be added. Cat slash etc slash passwd. you can see the data science should be added, and it has been added by the user Henry, which is part of 2IS group. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye.